Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea if you're new here. If you're not new, welcome back. I appreciate you coming back. Follow me on Instagram if you are not already. My Instagram is at @CCsuarez. That's linked down below along with my little Reddit community page. And then if you would like to watch any of my recent uploads, basically my anti-MLM, educational commentary content, and even true crime videos as well, that will be up there, the playlist for that. And I need to put on some makeup and like do my hair and stuff because I'm planning on filming quite a lot of other videos tonight, so I need to be like not looking like this. But I wanted to also talk to y'all about some lies, common misinformation that MLMers will tell you, not just obviously Monate. They are like running rampant, so that's why a lot of times I do seem to focus on them, and they're just like the worst in my mind. But we're going to talk about like all of them, basically just in general, the lies that MLMers will tell you, and we're basically debunking them. And we're doing all that while I get ready, so follow, like, subscribe, all that, and let's go. I personally like to start with my face. This product looks like semen, so sorry about it. If you want to see anything that if you're wondering what I'm using at all during this video, I will have it linked down below, but basically I'm going to do my skincare and then my hair and then my makeup, so that way my face has time to like soak and dry. So I want to say like over the past few months, I've basically just been collecting a bunch of like one-liners basically that MLMers tend to use. So let's start with my personal favorite. It's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are illegal. This one really just kills me because, and actually a lot of times they'll continue on to say, for instance, like with Monate, they'll be like, well, we've been running successfully for 6 years, and if we were doing anything illegal, we wouldn't be able to be successful. And it's like, girl, just because you haven't been like caught yet and like taken to court doesn't mean that it's not true. And one thing as well is that I have heard quite a lot of people be like, well, it's so frustrating. Like, why doesn't the FTC just take them to court? Like, why don't they just do this already? It's important to understand that they need to have, without a doubt, like the most solid case ever, most solid case ever. And they need to know that what happened back in 1975 with the FTC versus Amway, they need to make sure that that's not going to happen again, because double jeopardy, right? Once the judge finds whatever MLM not guilty of being a pyramid scheme, then the FTC can't come back at them and be like, oh, hey, let me try again, you know? So it's important to understand that. All right, now that I am like a slippery baby. Now, in my opinion, one of the reasons why it is just a little bit harder for the FTC to go after like every single MLM is because of what happened with Amway back in 1975, right? 75. So you can look it up. I'll give you a quick little synopsis. So in 1975, the FTC took Amway to court and they were like, you're a pyramid scheme. And Amway was like, no, we ain't. So prior to that, the lawyer with the FTC, the like specific one, I forgot his name. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. I probably won't. I'll probably forget. He had been like taking down some MLMs, right? So he had actually done 2 right before that. He'd taken them to court. They were, forced to go bye-bye. Now he was thinking, at least is what I heard from, multiple podcasts and sources, that, or it was at least seeming that what he was doing and, the evidence he was bringing forth was pretty foolproof, because what these other companies were doing was the same as Amway. And with that evidence, he was able to take them down. So he's like, all right, well, Amway's doing the exact same thing, but like worse because they're bigger. So I'm going to be able to take them down too. You'd think, right? It's literally the exact same, all the boxes are ticked off. Now, what had happened was the judge that was ruling that case was in bed with the owners of Amway. And Amway was actually giving quite a lot of money to certain political campaigns and lobbying organizations and things like that. So basically the entire thing was like corrupt. That didn't come out until years later. Either way, the judge who ruled on that case ruled that Amway was not a pyramid scheme because of a few things, but mainly because of the like Amway rules that Amway had in place, but like these weren't actually in place. These weren't widely known. Like it was so weird and I'm sure very frustrating to the FTC, but there were a number of rules and I'll try to find those, but they were basically just made up. just literally like made up. They're like, oh, well, we're not a pyramid scheme because of these. And it's like, it's not how this works, buddy. So the judge, being a little shit, ruled that they were not a pyramid scheme. Now, like I said, at least in my opinion, that's why the FTC hasn't gone like as hard on other MLMs, but also I think it's safe to say that, you know, they're just trying to, without a doubt, make sure that they can absolutely take down a company if they actually take them to court, because you don't have another chance with that. Now, another thing that I always say whenever they're like, oh, well, we've been operating like this for blah, blah, blah years. And it's like, okay, bitch, like Nexium, you know, the sex cult was operating for 20 years successfully before it was found to be a sex cult and pyramid scheme. So yeah, like again, just because you haven't been, you know, taken to court and found legally guilty doesn't mean that you're not. A lot of things are legal that shouldn't be, and a lot of things that are illegal are still happening. Okay, another one is, would you like to hear about an amazing opportunity? Or I help change people's lives. I just think you would be so great at what I do. Now let's start with the first one. You want to hear about an amazing opportunity? It's not an amazing opportunity. They just want to recruit you so that they can make money. Literally, that's it. I've seen so many little IG slides of, oh, do you make money off of me? No, I want to make money with you. And it's like, yeah, so you'd absolutely make no money by me signing up? That's a lie. You do. I'm trying to make these like small and like kind of tight so that they'll fall by the time I film that video tonight. And I usually spray something on it before, but I'm not right now. But basically that one is like the same for all of those. I mean, it's they don't know if you would be great at it because they don't know you usually. And what, just by looking at like 2 pictures of someone on the internet, you don't know their personality. This is probably the first time you talk to them. What, just because they're semi-attractive or use a hashtag or that they're desperate for money, you think they would be good at what you do? No. And the next one is, y'all know I fucking hate this. I retired from my job, or, you know, I retired from my full-time job, or I retired from my 9-to-5, or I'm a retired teacher, I retired from the corporate world. And if you are actively in an MLM, you are not retired. You're still working. And you can't say, oh, I retired from this job. No, you left that job for working in an MLM. Retire means you cease to work. That's it. And they could have the argument of, oh, well, I ceased to do that work. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's no. The reason why they use this certain verbiage and this certain vernacular, well, not technically vernacular, but why they use a certain verbiage is to make it seem so easy and luxurious and like, oh, well, I'm retired. No, bitch, you're on your phone constantly trying to recruit people. Unless you're at the very, very top, unless you, not even joking, you're at the very, very top rank and you have multiple people under you who are also at that top rank. Basically, they're doing your job for you then, and the people under you are as well. Unless you're that person, you're not retired because you are still constantly pushing it, constantly trying to recruit people and show this, you know, luxury lifestyle that you're living that only less than 0.1% get to live, or 0.01% get to live. The next one is, you've been programmed to think blank by society. I haven't heard this one as much anymore, but it is an obnoxious one. I feel like usually it's pertaining to, you're programmed to think that you have to work a 9-to-5 by society. But it's also like, what's wrong with working a 9-to-5? Like, I hate it because I feel like they are just targeting college-age girls or people in general, because college-age people a lot of times don't want to, you know, do the 9-to-5. Like, they kind of like scare them, you know? And I hate that. And I feel like they say this in attempts to make you question your thinking. Personally, I love my 9-to-5. I love having a job where I can turn it off. I love having a job that allows me to, you know, be flexible if I need to. And now they can't really use I'm going to work from Wi-Fi, because doesn't essentially everyone who works on a computer work for Wi-Fi? And doesn't everyone who, you know, works from home now work from Wi-Fi? This is your business. You're a business owner. I'm running my business. You own a franchise. Whatever. You're not a business owner. If you are a 1099 employee, a 1099 contracted employee for an MLM, you do not own a business. You don't own a franchise. You don't own a part of the business. Nothing like that. You are self-employed. Being self-employed is completely different from owning your own business. However, if you actually, you know, do make enough money in an MLM for it to make makes sense for you to register an LLC or an S corporation or, a sole proprietorship or a DBA, whatever type of business entity that makes sense at that time, then technically, yes, you are a business owner, but you do not own Monate. You just have an LLC or whatever business entity set up for tax purposes, and that's literally it. You are not a business owner. So it's really important to understand that, and that's another way that they take advantage of people who do want to become independent and, make something of themselves when really you're just a slave to the MLM and your upline. Ooh, this is a good one. This is an investment into yourself. Now, y'all know I like to share factual information. So let's actually define what an investment is. An investment is the process or action of putting money towards something for profit or material result. For example, when my computer broke at the beginning of October, and we just didn't fucking have a computer for like a week, we bought the new MacBook. That is an investment into my side hustle, which is YouTube. Getting a external mic is an investment. It's something to better my process here. Therefore, knowing that I'm going to be able to make more content and more quality content, which will in turn give me more money. Spending money on an MLM is not an investment, ever. Because the thing is that they'll say, well, you're already suggesting products for people to use. You're already, showing your favorite product, but that's not what you're doing. So let's think about what the MLMer is doing. They are posting I look great right now. They're posting constantly on their social media. They're pushing these only one brand constantly. They're showing themselves using it constantly, and they are trying to recruit people into the business to work with them constantly. They're on Zoom calls all the damn time, and they're constantly cold messaging people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not already doing that. Are you? Probably not. So no, it's not what you're already doing. And they'll say, oh, well, you're getting paid to promote products. No, you're not. You are getting, that's what an influencer does. That's influencer marketing. You are in network marketing. There's a huge difference. So you get paid by the sale that you're making, and a little bit for the sale you're making, and more for the recruiting of other people onto your team to do the same shit you are doing. They want to make it seem so easy. But then once you get in, if you complain or, try to say anything, they're like, well, it's not easy. And you're like, well, bitch, you just told me it was. It's a completely different ballgame once you're in it. It is insane. As we've seen from the IG stories of them trying to recruit people, and then the harsh reality when we see them in the Zoom calls. And then just say, why not right now? Just jump in. Stop standing on the sidelines. Stop letting fear get in the way. Stop. Just do it now. There's, what's the worst that could happen? There's zero risk, blah, blah, blah. This is all building urgency. They want you to just jump in right now without, asking any questions, and they want you to push fear aside, because really what they want you to do is they want you to sign up without doing any research, because they know that they are going to lose you if you do any research, if you look up any reviews, anything like that. If you talk to anyone, most likely they're never going to hear from you again. But now I'm going to do my makeup, and then I'm going to brush out my hair after. Don't worry, I know I look insane right now. Again, remember, all of the products that I use will be linked down below. And I'm going to do my eyebrows after, because I feel like they just get covered up if not. All right, what's the next one? Okay, y'all have heard this one a million times, and it's just the worst, not the worst lie. All of them are horrible, but this one's just the most annoying. You can work this in pockets of time. And sure, you can, but unless you're constantly cold messaging people, unless you're constantly promoting the lifestyle and constantly talking about it, oh God, what's happening there? That's not cute. I'll have to cover that up. Then you're not going to rank up. You're not going to be successful. They say that you can do this in pockets of time because they're trying to make it sound like it's so easy and, again, so simple and anyone can do it. And they say that to try to overcome the I don't have time, I work a full-time job objection. But also the fact of the matter is that even if you do have all the time in the world, the chances of you actually being successful in an MLM are less than 1%. You'll have financial freedom and time freedom. I fucking hate when they say time freedom, because it's why don't Like that's not a term. I've never heard anyone say that other than someone in an MLM. That's just called freedom, not time freedom, you dickwad. And also, it doesn't even look like these girls have time freedom because they are constantly posting on their social media, constantly on their Instagram stories. And then if they take, God forbid, half of the day to themselves, then they're coming on there being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I haven't been on like all day. And it's like, how do you not understand that like this is a problem? Like there's no other business, company, whatever, that you would have to do this. And other than being like an influencer, but like, no. I mean, I'm hardly an influencer, but like I'm not on my Instagram stories being like, oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I took a day to myself. I mean, I'll still like repost something or other on my Instagram stories, but I'm not apologizing that I wasn't like face forward on it and constantly talking and all that shit. And again, getting to that time freedom and financial freedom can not only take years, if it even is going to happen, which like I said, there's a less than 1% chance that that's going to happen for you, but that can take years and years and years. And you have to build a huge team, like a huge team for that to happen. And even some people like don't understand, like you'll see people who have just joined MLMs or they're like mid-rank and they're saying like, oh, well, you could have this and you could have that. And it's like, boo, do you have it? Why are you promoting this if you haven't even reached that yet? And you probably won't. Now, I know there's a few MLMs that pay people weekly, but I know for sure that Monat does it. And then pretty sure Beachbody as well. And they're obviously like real big offenders. But with what other profession have you ever seen anyone trying to prove so damn hard that they were paid on a Friday or posting their paycheck with a little emoji or something to cover up the amount? Like how weird is that? If you're so proud of it, just show it. But a lot of times, well, usually they never will because it's a small amount. Many times you'll get paid, in my opinion, always gotta make it clear when it's my fucking opinion. The reason why these MLMs will pay you multiple times a month instead of just twice a month or, every other week is because they want you to think that you're being paid more when realistically you're not. But also let's think about that as well. They'll always say, oh, well, I get paid 5 times a month. And it's like, yeah, if you're making money. If you're not making money, then no. If you're not selling product, which it's a hard product to sell, no matter what MLM you're in, and if you're not recruiting anyone, then no, you're usually not making any money. And if you're not doing those things, but you do have a team under you and say 1 or 2 people are doing that, then you're getting like a $20 paycheck. And sure, you might be able to, have a great month here or there, but again, it's just not consistent. And it's a real embarrassing. Why did I just get splotchy all of a sudden? That's so weird. And another thing, I just keep going on about this, right? Another thing is when you're a 1099 employee, taxes are not taken out of your paycheck, right? It's just straight money. Now, when you are a 1099 employee, you are actually going to pay more in taxes than a W-2 employee because you have to pay self-employment tax. Now, it's 15.1% or 15.3%, but it's one of those. Let's just say it's around 15%. Now, when you're a W-2 employee, half of that is paid by your employer. And then you pay, it's basically your Social Security and Medicare coming out of it. So you're paying half of the self-employment tax and then your employer's paying half of it. So you're paying less than what an MLMer is paying. And also, when you are a W-2 employee, taxes are taken out. You have income tax taken out or state taxes, whatever. I don't have state taxes because I'm in Florida, but you have those taxes taken out of your paycheck. So hopefully at the end of the year, you don't have to worry about owing in taxes. Hi.
That I want it's the best, like top of the line TV is $1,200.
Okay, get it.
Should I get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it.
Okay, I love you.
Bye.
The fact that Tony just had to like call me and ask permission to buy a $1,200 TV. He's adorable. I can't. It is so frustrating. And a lot of times people do really need to see the numbers, but then other times people are so deep into it. They're like, oh, well, whatever. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Like it is worth it. Like I'm building, fucking generational wealth and this is a community and it's done so much for me. And even if I don't make money, like it's worth it. And it's like, why? Why is that worth it? Why is giving up your time with your family and friends and time for yourself and your money? Why is that worth it? Because they don't care. It's not being reciprocated. They don't care about you unless you're making them money. Like, I swear, tell your upline that you are going to quit and see if they ever talk to you again. I mean, obviously they'll like try to keep you in it, but it's truly crazy. So I want people to understand that. Dude, a fat pickle. All right, so next one is this is for everyone. Everyone can do it. If everyone can do it, then why is the failure rate so high? If you're not okay with rejection, don't join an MLM. If you aren't coachable, if you aren't good at sales or at least coachable or being open to doing sales, don't join an MLM. If you aren't prepared to cold message people, if you're uncomfortable with that, if you're uncomfortable with talking to people who you don't know, don't join an MLM. If you are not wanting to recruit people, don't join an MLM because you're sure as hell not gonna make money or the money that they talk about. If you don't have friends to recruit or a social media following, social media at all, the ability to grow a social media following. If you don't like to use social media, don't join an MLM. If you do not have the discipline and the head down and grind mentality, do not join an MLM. Fuck, if you're breathing, do not join an MLM. Oh my god, the way my eyelid is thwacking down back on my eyelid, it's making the most disgusting, masturbating sounds. Gross, 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 gross. Gross. Okay. Also, if you don't have the time or if you don't have money, if you don't want to lose your friends, if you don't want to be made fun of, don't join an MLM. One thing that they say that I really fucking can't stand is you only fail if you quit. The only reason they would ever say this to you is because they literally do not want you to quit their team, because then that means that they have to recruit more people. That is the only reason they would ever say this to you. And sure, they can be like, no, it's because we want you to do good and we don't want you to give up on yourself. And it's like, no, because if you're not making any money, if it's not working for you, if you're realizing, oh my god, this is a bad investment, that's okay to quit. That doesn't mean you're failing. To be able to be that type of person is huge. To really self-assess and be like, ooh, I'm not making money. This is not what I thought it would be. That's okay. Literally, almost everyone watching this video has been in your shoes, if that's you. I just can't stand this, quitting's not an option mentality. Actually, quitting is an option. It is. It's definitely an option. It's just so toxic. But again, it's a manipulation tactic. They do that because they don't want you to quit their team, because that means that they have to work harder to recruit someone else to fill your spot and to make sure that the people that you've recruited don't quit after you've quit. Now, whenever I hear anyone say this one, I'm just like, do y'all not understand how the company works? Do y'all not get it? Because I don't think you get it. So this one is, there's room for everyone at the top. Who's gonna run there with me? So there sure as hell is not room for everyone at the top. They can say that, oh, well, everyone can, hit that top rank. Sure, yeah, but for you to hit that top rank, for you to rank up, there has to be new recruits below you or below the person below you, below the person below them, whoever. There has to be a new recruit for you to rank up, for you to get to the top, which means there has to be someone not making money. Because realistically, when you're at the bottom and just starting out, you're in debt. Maybe not debt with your personal, whatever, but you are in debt in this business because you just spent however much on a starter pack and you're working on getting that money back, which 99% of people don't do. Why am I so splotchy? What is happening? This is so weird. So weird. This usually only happens when I drink wine and I ain't drinking, which actually I am definitely not as hydrated as I want to be today. There's not a room for everyone at the top. So really not how the structure of MLMs works. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, which I'm sure everyone does, and I just think it's harder to understand, which maybe it is or maybe it's not, I don't know. But to go into that a little bit more, that's not good. For you to rank up in, sorry, I'm going to talk about Monat, but it's the one I know the most about. For you to rank up in Monat, why am I so red? This is crazy. You have to have 2 VIP customers under you. You have to recruit 2 market partners, and those market partners have to have 2 VIP customers under them. That's how you go from market partner to whatever other fucking rank is above that. That's how you hit your first rank. God, that's so weird. Super splotch city. That's crazy. And I'm not even hot either, which is even weirder. Huh. And it's That's so weird. Whatever. I'm acting like I never get splotchy, bitch. I'm always splotchy. It's because I'm Caucasian. I can't help it. There's so much noise outside my house right now and it's really frustrating. Cannot wait to get my mic so that my audio will be better. Okay, but when you are ranking up to that next one, you are wanting the people below you to then recruit more people and hit that next rank up as well, right? Now, at that point, you're still also recruiting people under that active line or whatever as well, still trying to recruit people right underneath you. Now, the more people you recruit, obviously, the faster you will rank up. But again, as you are recruiting more and more people, you're making more money, and there's always someone under you, a new recruit, who is making no money. So no, there's not room at the top for everyone, because there always has to be someone losing money in an MLM. That's how pyramid schemes work. One that I heard the other day that was hilarious is, we give you all the tools for you to be successful. Now, ain't that just some bullshit? Because if you were actually given all the tools to be successful, wouldn't almost ever, I get it, some people, things come up, whatever, some people are lazy. I get it. And don't have, that drive. But wouldn't the success rate be a lot higher if you were actually given all the tools to be successful? But that's just not the case. That's not what happens. It's not easy to recruit people. It's not easy to get those people to recruit people. And it's not easy to sell the mediocre, overpriced products that are not revolutionary that every MLM has. No matter what MLM you are with, you will always be able to find this literally same type of product, but better, more affordable, and way more accessible. You won't have to go through a distributor, or you won't have to go through a website that it takes so much longer to go through because they're trying to get you to sign up as a market partner. I literally went to go check, price something out to compare my Fanola products to Monat products. It took me so long to just get to my cart, because it was asking me, are you sign up as a VIP, sign up as a market partner, sign up as this, sign up as that. Oh, let us find someone for you. And I'm like, holy shit, can y'all just calm down? No, I don't want to. I just want to buy a product. Or I can go to the Fanola website and I can literally buy a product within not even 4 minutes, and I know exactly what I want. I know exactly where it is. It's so easy to find. They're not trying to make me join their cult, and I can get 10% off by using code Chelsea Suarez, all caps, one word, at checkout. What do you know? And same with Ulta and all that. Someone commented the other day and they were like, oh, I buy, my salon quality products at Ulta, and what do you know, when I go there, they don't try to make me work there. Okay. So I put on lips, finished my face, kind of. I don't know why I was so splotchy, but if you know me at all, I don't really like wearing actual foundation. I'm usually just a BB cream type of bitch. But I just needed more full coverage, because I was like, what is happening? I don't like it. So I was just super janky, and literally over my, the powder I put on, the bronzer, I was like, I don't care. I just put it all over my face. The Maybelline, what is it? The Maybelline Matte and Poreless? Yeah, Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm done. I put the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless on me, but girl, or boy, or they, I don't know, whoever you are. And then I put some Fanola restructuring serum in my hair and just fingered it. And as you can tell, finished the rest of my face and put on big ass lashes. I haven't worn big ass lashes in a while, but I don't know, just the other lashes that I bought the other day, I bought a full ass set of them, and they just disappeared into my eyeshadow, and I don't like that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Also, I don't know if it's whenever I wear velour or just this tracksuit I'm wearing right now, I feel like I'm a mob boss's wife. Still splotchy. I don't know what's happening to me right now. Brush through my waves. Hair looks crazy. I feel like I look crazy in general right now. Something's missing. Oh, you know what? It's because I didn't contour my face. Literally just doing this with bronzer because I don't fucking care. Still splotchy. I don't know what happened to me during this video, but oh well. Listen, we do what we, try to do. Okay. I think this is it. All right. So that was it for this random ass video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Now I have to go film a fuck ton of other videos, and yeah, subscribe, like, comment, all those things, and I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Bye.